Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my Friday Coffee and a Card Live on Facebook. It is a rainy, dreary day here in Middle Tennessee. It's actually supposed to rain all morning and then stop and then start again this evening and rain tomorrow morning. And yeah, but I'm okay with that. We really do need rain. So I am not complaining. The only thing is we're supposed to go watch my granddaughter, who is a sophomore in high school, do a soccer showcase today and tomorrow at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's sitting out in the field in chairs. And if it's too rainy and yucky, that might not work really well. But hopefully it'll all work out and we can go do that at least one of the days, if not both. And then Monday night we have a basketball game for my grandson. And yeah, just lots of fun stuff going on here. I do not see anybody hopping on, so I'm just going to go over to my page here and see if anything is Oh, I lost it completely. That's not good. I'm here. I'm not running away, so just hang on while I try to figure out where my video is. All right, okay, yay, someone's popped on and I am up and running, so that always makes me super happy. It is Friday, December 1st, 2023. Hi, Lenny, glad you're watching. And you know what that means. 25 days till Christmas. Unbelievable. My name is Maureen Rolfes, also known as the Crazy Stamping Lady. I have been a demonstrator for over 26 years. And I love what I do. I lost track of my years there thinking about Christmas. Sorry about that. I'm here to help you find the joy of card making. It is my passion. I love it. It is a ministry for me. I enjoy so much making cards and paper crafting and sharing that with you. And then it's also my mission to help you remember to send those cards out to others. They can multiply the joy if you're sending them out to others. So that is my encouragement to you. Hi, Virginia. Glad you're here. So far, I've sent out 58 Christmas cards. I have about 100 more to go at least. So I'm trying to do about 15 a day if I can and get them out in the mail. Lots of cards going out, but I love doing it so much and I hope you do too. And I'm glad you're here with me. Let's see what else I want to tell you. Yeah, let me know how close you are to being ready for Christmas. Are you 25%, 50, 80, 100, all done and ready to relax? I would say I'm about 50% on everything. My decorating's about 50%. My gift shopping's a little more, probably 80%. My Christmas cards, not quite 50%. So lots of stuff going on, but I'm working on it and I'm feeling relaxed about it and good about it. So that makes me happy too. Okay, as always, I will be drawing from all of the comments you leave today for a chance to give away the card that I am making today. So please leave your comments. Let me know what you think. I love to hear from you. That is a big part of this, is that interaction with you that I love so much. If you have any questions, concerns, if you just want to tell me about the weather or your Christmas plans, I love to hear about that all. Every comment entered today through midnight tomorrow, December 2nd, will count for an entry to win that, and I will draw the very next morning and get that out to them. Congratulations to my last winner, Angela Zaba. She won the Cocoa Pouch that we made last time, and Angela, that is out in the mail and on its way to you, so enjoy. Thanks for watching, guys, and commenting. It means the world to me. Also, if any of you can share my video, share it to your homepage, share it to a crafty friend, share it to a crafty group you belong to. That really gets me exposure I wouldn't otherwise get, and I appreciate it very much. If you do that, let me know, and I will give you a bonus entry besides the comment you make toward the card that I'm giving away today. I just appreciate that also. It is a big deal as a small business owner to get that exposure. Hi, Lois. Oh, I think you're a little warmer than us. I think we're about 40, but it is rainy and drizzly and cool, that's for sure. I see a truck pulling in the yard. I think the guy's coming to work on our cabinets. So if you hear a doorbell or whatever, just ignore it. Hubby will take care of it. I hope. All right. What else do I want to tell you? I think that's about it. I actually pushed my camera back a couple inches so that my chin isn't cutting off right at the bottom of the screen. I don't know if I love it or hate it, but I'm going to turn you around. Hi, Pam, and pull it a little closer so if you see it move, you won't know why the heck I'm doing that. And then we'll take you down to the table. So hang with me for a minute here. There we are, my beautiful outdoors. I'm going to pull this forward and turn this up, and hopefully I'll be right where I want to be. Pretty darn close. You know what, actually, I'm pretty much over to the side. I had to move my placemat to do some cleaning last night. So let me move this over closer this way. Get you a little more centered on my screen. I think that's more correct. And I'm going to put a piece of tape just to kind of hold that placemat in place. So thanks for bearing with me when I do some of this logistical stuff. It's hard to tell until I actually get on screen. Even though I have a few things marked, I want to be sure I'm where I should be. All right, so this is me, Maureen Rolfes, also known as the Crazy Stamping Lady. My blog is crazystampinglady.blogspot.com. My email is crazystampinglady@gmail.com. I am on Facebook at facebook.com/crazystampinglady. My YouTube is under my name, Maureen Rolfes, and I continue to migrate my videos over there. And you can shop with me at stampingwithmaureen.stampinup.net. It is a new month, and we have a new hostess code. This is my December hostess code, UF36DW4Z. This is my code for the entire month of December. If you are ordering from me in December, please use that hostess code. It gives me back the most benefits for your order, which allows me to give the most back to you guys. So yeah, that is all true. If your order's over 150 pre-shipping and handling and tax, then don't use that code because you will earn some of your own hostess rewards at that point. Let me see what else you got here. My new bundle bonus. So this is my bundle bonus for the month of December. If you purchase the Countryside Corners bundle in the month of December, I will give 100% of my profits from this bundle to the Doors of Hope Ministry in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. You can find out more about their ministry at opendoorsofhope.org. It is a great ministry. They give back almost 100% of everything that's donated right into the ministry, which always makes me happy. People aren't just making money, they're giving back. And I love to give back. Plus, if you order this bundle, you will get a special bundle tutorial full of additional card ideas using this bundle. It is put together by myself in a collaborative group, and I will send it to you by email probably the Sunday after you order. Okay, free monthly virtual card class. So all of the kits went out in today's mail for my December card class. So if you ordered last month, a kit's on its way to you. Watch for that in the mail. If you didn't, you are still welcome to join my class. It is on Monday, December 11th at 11 o'clock. And I love to have you all watch. But if you did, the kits are on their way. But if you order with me in the month of December using my hostess code, and your order is $50, you'll get 3 free card kits from me. If it's $75, you'll get 3 free card kits plus a bonus project. If it's $100, you'll get 3 free card kits, a bonus project, and a half a pack of a current embellishment. And the class for that will be held on Monday, January 8th at 11 o'clock a.m. And I put the 2023 here, but that is not true. We are entering a new year. That will not be the last time I make that mistake, I am sure. January 2024. I can hardly believe it. Okay, at 11 o'clock. One more thing is if your order is over $150, then don't use the hostess code. Just go ahead and place that order and I will honor it for you to get a kit. You will get a kit at the highest level of purchase. So I send out 1 kit per person. So say you ordered a $50 order, you would qualify for the 3 free card kits. If the next week you ordered $100, I would give you the larger kit. If you ordered another $50 order, we would still stay at that 3 free card kits. Just to give you an idea, a little disclaimer on how all of that works. And then my sketch challenge is over. I have not drawn from a winner, but I wanted to thank everyone who entered. There is a ton of cards there. I will be drawing for a winner today, and I will post it and let you know. But thank you to everyone who took part. It was exciting to see all the entries. We will do this again the end of December, God willing that I remember and have time. There will be a new sketch challenge for you to take part in. All right. Mini catalog is ending, guys. It is almost over. I think January 3rd. Why do I always forget? But I think it's January. Yeah, January 3rd is the last day of this catalog. Things are going away. As they run out, and if they're not being continued, they will not be reordered and they will just become unavailable. So be aware of that. In fact, the card we're making today, I had made the prototype a while back, and then some of the designer series paper is gone. So I'm using a different designer series paper, and we're going to do it on the fly today and make a card. So that will all work out fine. The set we're using today and the paper we're using are from the Beary Cute bundle here. So we're going to use the Beary Cute stamp set, as well as the Beary Cute punch and some of the designer series paper. Now this is being retired. It is going away. So if you love this punch or this set or the designer series paper, get it while it's still available, because once it's gone, it will be gone. And it is really cute. Just let me tell you, it's really cute. I love it. Okay. Annual catalog, still going strong, still continuing. This is where my bundle bonus is out of. It's out of the annual catalog. Let me look that up just real quick and show it to you in person here. I should have marked that page, but I didn't. Here it is. So Countryside Corners, it is this set, this stamp right here, and all of these dies. And hopefully this month I will show you some fun things that you can do with this to give you an idea of how fun it might be for you to have. So, okay, moving along. Let's get busy here. So as I mentioned, I'm doing this a little on the fly. I have all the measurements. I cut all the pieces. I got out the stamp sets I think I will use. The stamps that I think I will use. And we're just going to play with it. But I'm pretty sure it'll be a go. And we're making a Stair Step card, a diamond Stair Step card. So when we're done, I will show you the one I did previously with the discontinued designer series paper. But for now, I'm just going to show you the one we're making, so you have no expectations if I mess it up. No, not really. I think it'll be fine. So what you're going to start out with is a base that is 5.5 by 11. Okay. Now you're going to have 3 inches left over when you cut this 5.5 strip. Save those because we're going to use that strip. So hang on to it. You're going to score this piece of cardstock along the long end here. You're going to score it at 3 inches, 6 inches, 7.5 inches, 9 inches, and 10 inches. And sometime today I will post all those measurements because there's a lot of measurements going on this card. This is a fancy fold card. I'll be honest with you right up front, it's not the kind I usually make. It won't fit very well in a regular envelope, although it's the right size. It's just going to be too thick. So I'll probably send it in a padded envelope or hand it to someone and not send it in the mail. And it's going to take some extra postage. So full disclosure. Okay, then for the back of this card, you're going to want something to write on if you have a colored cardstock. So I'm going to have a piece of basic white that is 5 1/4 by 2 3/4. So I'm just going to start out here by stamping that and having that ready to go if I can find it. I actually marked it because I have a lot of white pieces going on here. I marked it on the back that this is for the back of my card, so I can't mess it up because I can't flip it over. Okay, let me grab my Beary Cute stamp set and the stamps we're going to use. And we're going to grab my piercing mat here, so I have something, because these are photopolymer stamps. And we're just going to stamp the back of this card. I'm going to use Night of Navy as my ink. And we're going to stamp this cute little polar bear using the Night of Navy ink. I want to make sure I get them nice and inked up down here in the corner. Just like that. And the Warm Wishes. So all of the stamps I'm using today are out of the Beary Cute stamp set. So we're going to put the Warm Wishes up here in the corner. Like that. And then I have a couple little snowflakes, so I'm going to add a couple little snowflakes right here to this image. It's not inking up perfectly well, so it's a little cool here in my stamp studio. I don't know if that affects stamping with inks or not. I haven't had a lot of experience with pretty cold, but it could be having something to do with it. So there, that is the piece you can write your little wish on, and this is going to go on the very back of the card. I'm going to move these stamps out of the way so I don't get inky fingers from them. So let's take this and just add it to the back. Where is my seal? Here we go. So we're going to use some seal. I don't know if you mark your cardstock, but sometimes when I have a lot of layers that look similar, but they're slightly off, I have to mark them somehow. So that one just says back. And once it's laid down, no one's going to know that, but it helps me keep track. We're going to come in here and center this on the very back of that card, just like that. Okay. So now I'm going to take all of my folds, and we're just going to do an accordion fold. So I already creased them just so it'd be easier, but we're just folding it up so that this card can stand. And that's what makes it the stair step, the 1, 2, 3 part of this card. So you can take your bone folder and go over those creases if you want and make sure they're laying really nice and flat. That'll help your card go a little bit flatter. And I'm going to just do that now, but it's still going to be a card that pops up like that and stands up like that. So that's what makes it a fun fold, right guys? Okay, so this is what we're going to work with, this part right here. Let me grab some of my layers. So I'm going to start out, and again, guys, I'm putting this together with you, so I hope it turns out beautifully. I'm supposing it will. I usually do a prototype of what I'm making, but like I said, the DSP ran out, so I had to change it. So it's going to be a little different. So we're going to use some of this designer series paper. This is from the Beary Christmas designer series paper, which I was just showing you that kind of series of stuff right there. You can see I'm almost done. This is the end of this pack of paper. I cannot believe how much designer series paper I used up this catalog, which makes me very proud because I don't like having all of that left. I like to move on to something new. So yeah, lots and lots of designer series paper used on my cards this year. And I'm going to try to continue that trend. So we're just going to lay these beautiful snowflakes onto a layer of basic white. So this layer of basic white is 5 3/8 inches by 2 7/8. And the designer series paper is 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. So we only have a little bit of a border around it, which is what I wanted. We're going to come in here and then add this to this next section right here. And I'm coming pretty much down to the crease. You don't want to go over the crease because if you do, your card's not going to fold up nicely. But I'm coming pretty much to the bottom because those creases take away a little bit of your space. And I want it to look pretty centered around the top with just that little bit of framing. So that is that layer. The next one we're going to do is Basic White, that is 5 3/8 by 1 3/8. And designer series paper, that is 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. I'm actually looking forward to some snow. We usually get some snow here in Middle Tennessee. Last year we got a little bit. The year before they got a little bit more. So doing a snow card is making me kind of want that. My daughter sent me a gorgeous picture this morning of her fireplace going and the tree all decorated, and I thought I got to get on the ball because it just looked so inviting and warm and wonderful, and I got to get a little more done here. Now that we have furniture, I have no excuse. Okay, so here's this layer, and you can look at the way your paper goes and decide how you want it to go. I don't think it really matters on this. There's no right or wrong. So we're just going to come in again down near that crease, but not going over it. Up, if you hear a drill going, that's our cabinet guy out there working on some hinges that were a little bit off. Okay, so there is that layer. See how it folds up? And then we have a third one for the front. This basic white is 7/8 of an inch by 5 3/8, and the designer series paper is 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4. So all you're doing is just making little layers for each of the folds that show to the front. And again, they're just, it's a small border on these, not as big as my normal borders. Just enough because that white makes it pop a little bit against the blue. You could eliminate it if you didn't want that. And then this one, I am going to come down here and center on that bottom section right there. Okay, so there is our 3 little steps, the step part of our card. And next we're going to add our diamonds. So for our diamonds, I cut designer series paper. Let me get those out of the way, and cardstock. And we're going to play with this a little bit, how it lays on here, but I think it's going to come together good. So these are 3 diamonds. The largest one is 3 by 3, then 2 3/4, then 2 1/2. So they're square, 3 by 3, 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. And then I cut out 3 pieces of designer series paper. You could use white paper and stamp on it, whatever you want to do. And like I said, I'm hoping this works good because I haven't put it together. But my largest designer series paper is 1/4 inch smaller than the diamond. So this one is going to be 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, 2 1/2 by 2 1/2, and 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So I hope that makes sense. Again, I will post these measurements. And I cut these out. These are on the back of the snowflakes because they had the little bear paws on them. And I thought that would be really cute as the backgrounds on these cards. So we're going to come in here, and I'm just going to add my seal. I'm watching my mailman out there. My mailbox was stuffed full this morning, and he's struggling getting everything out. But he's doing it. Okay, so we're just going to layer this centered onto my square of cardstock. Like that. And I'm going to do that with the second one also. He's still out there. Oh, he's getting it there. He got it all. Yay! I know he probably doesn't love me. We need to get a bigger mailbox because my stuff barely fits in there. And then on this third one, I was debating whether I should do something different. But you know what? I think I'm just going to use it. We're just going to go with it, and I'm sure it'll be fine. So we're going to add this last piece to this front. So at this point, it doesn't matter what's up and down because we're just putting it on a square, and we can play with that. Okay, so what we want is a diamond. So your pattern has to work if you're using designer series paper on a diamond. And I thought this one worked fine because the little bear paws can go any direction that we want to put them on. We're going to add this to the center back of this layer right here. And when I add it, I don't want it coming down past the crease. So I'm just going to bring it like to the bottom of the designer series paper because that gives me a little wiggle room. And I'm going to want to make sure it's pretty even side to side. I also do not want to put any adhesive on this very top part, obviously, because that's sticking over the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over and lay it on there. Bring that point down just on there, and that way I know where I can put my adhesive. Now, on the other card that I'm going to show you, I popped these all up, and I haven't made one where I didn't pop them up. But it was so thick that I'm going to just layer these directly onto the paper, and hopefully this will turn out. If it doesn't, the winner will get a different card from me. I will make one that is beautiful for them. So just be aware of that. And I'm just looking on the side here. I'm trying to get it pretty centered because this is going to be what we base the rest of our centering on our other diamonds. So I think it's pretty close. If it's not exact, visually it's not going to matter when you put it together, but you want it as close as possible. And then I'm going to take our next diamond. This one I'm going to have the bear paws going the other direction, not the same, so we'll just flip them like at this angle. And this is going to go on the same way. I'm going to have the peak come right down to where that designer series paper is. And I'm going to make a nice even border so this part shows behind me. So the best way I'm going to do that is to flip it over, to place it where I want it pretty evenly. Now I have a lot less to work with here. So when you're putting your seal on, you only want to put it on the part that is kind of where the designer series paper is. If you put it above that, you're going to have a problem when you try to close this up. And then I'm going to come in here, lay this again kind of like I had it, pretty even, making sure that peak is right there, and then press that down. Okay, so that's our first two diamonds, and this is how it's going to stand. Hopefully you can kind of see that. When it's standing on your table, you'll be able to see one diamond behind the other. And then we're going to do the same thing on the very front of this card. So now I've got to decide what I want to do with this guy. Let's see. I think on this one, I'm going to have the bear paws going kind of up like that. And the little present will show on there, as it did a little bit on the other ones. And that's fine. This polar bear is bringing us some presents. So that's cool. So now this one, I only have this tiny little spot here at the bottom that I can adhere. And I wanted to adhere really strongly. So what I'm going to do is come and take some glue dots. Our glue dots are very strong. I'm making sure the bottom is where the bottom is down here. And I'm just going to lay a glue dot right there. And another one up to the side of it, not very far away because I don't have a big area here. And another one up to this side of it. And then one more. So you could use seal. It's just hard to put in such a small area. You could use your liquid glue, whatever works for you, but you want something that's going to hold this onto your card. So now that I got that, I'm going to come back in once again, make sure it's pretty even on the layers behind it, and that little point comes right down to the bottom of my designer series paper, just like that. And that worked perfect. So that will hold it on there nice and strong. It's not going anywhere. So there are our three diamond layers. I'll show you them from the top, and then kind of how they would be if they were on their mantle standing in front of you. I know it's hard because you're looking down from the top, but I think it's pretty cute. Okay, so let's finish this off. We're going to need a sentiment, so I am going to put Merry Christmas onto this strip of cardstock. This is 3/4 of an inch by 3 inches. And I'm going to stamp my Merry Christmas from this set right in my Night of Navy and onto this layer, like that. And then I want to punch out a polar bear. So we're going to come in here, and I'm going to use the Night of Navy to stamp the large polar bear. Tap, tap, tap. Can you hear me? And we're going to place this right on this piece of basic white. All right, there's our cute little polar bear. Wishing you a Merry Christmas. And I'm going to use the Beary Cute punch. Excuse me. You've seen me use this before, and you can punch out your bears. And if you're not worried about the outline, if you just want a white bear for something, you can punch it out and flip it over so your bears can go either direction, which is kind of cool. It also punches out the bears on one of the sheets of this designer series paper and on one of the sheets of the paper from our bonus give back, this mini catalog, A Walk in the Forest designer series paper, or A Walk in the Woods, one of those names. Okay, so we're going to come in here. I'm going to place my little polar bear right where he should be. Let's get him lined up and take a second to make sure he's good. I don't want to cut anything off. He's too cute. Okay, and this punch punches them out perfectly. So there is our little polar bear. So let's put him onto our card. And again, like I said, I hadn't really planned where he's going. I think I'm just going to, you know, let me put my sentiment on first. So we're going to place our sentiment kind of over the bottom of this diamond, right in the middle. And I'm just going to add a dimensional on each end to do that. And it will straddle that diamond. Oh, if I can get it off my fingers, pretty sticky. And I want to try to center it as well as I can. And I'm actually going to move it up just a tiny bit so that the top of the white is with the top of the white on each side. That gives you a little bit of this designer series paper showing on the bottom. And then we are going to take, oh, I smudged him, guys. Let's redo him. I don't want to give you a smudged polar bear. So let me grab another scrap of white here. Will this fit, and can I punch it? Let's make sure I can punch it. Yep, I should be able to punch it. Okay, we're going to stamp him on here. You're going to get a polar bear that's not smudged. The thing with our dark inks is they are so rich and regal, but they take just a tiny bit longer to dry. So I'm going to put him on here. We're going to let that dry just a little bit more than I did last time. Hint, hint, that's what you probably need to do. So we'll get this here. So this is really a fun card, like I said, but it is thick. Even without the dimensionals, it's thick. Let me grab an envelope, a regular envelope, because my other one with the dimensionals would not fit. The size works. Size-wise, this fits. But all of the dimensionals, and I'll show you that, like I said, when I'm done, wouldn't go into the envelope. This one might. Yeah, if you don't put tons of dimensionals on, you probably could mail it in a regular envelope. It would be tough. You can see even my little peak is up here. So I'm going to show you how I plan to mail these in just a minute, but it's always fun to try something new in a fun fold, even though that's not normally what I would probably do. Okay, let's put our polar bear back in here. See if I can get this guy is centered because it is a smaller piece of paper. So I gotta move it around with my fingers, and I don't want to smudge my ink. I think it's dry now, but you never know. I think that's good. Let's try this one. All right, there he is. So we're gonna add him with dimensionals too, and he's gonna cover up that little present on there, but I don't think that matters. You're going to still see kind of the paw prints behind him, which is what I was mainly going for on this. And he's still here to wish you a happy birthday. And by doing this, the only real dimensionals on here are on this one layer. So we're going to put him almost down to where that begins, like that. So that is our card. Now let me grab some bling. I have some gems here. You can see I've colored a few of them for other projects, but we're going to just add a little bit of bling to this card. And You guys know I love my Rhinestone Basic Jewels. They are just my go-to. You can color them, you can use them the way they are. They add just that sparkle you need for the holidays. And we're just going to add a little bit of bling to some of our snowflakes, I think. So we're going to do the regular little rhinestones, not colored for this one. So they just make our snowflakes sparkle. We'll do one there and one there. And the nice thing about this is because of the layers, you can add them to the different layers and they're not even overlapping each other. So let's put one here in the middle of this guy and one. You're just going to have to place them where you want, but I'm going to try to put it here. He's going to be right at the edge, so I'm going to move it slightly high on there, but not bad. So it goes above my fold, and then we'll do one here. And on this other side, I don't see a good snowflake to add it to, so I'm just going to add it down here. So, all right, guys, that is our card. There is the bling on there. This is how it looks folded up. This is how it looks as you pull it apart and it's standing on your desk. And it will stand, so you see the 3 diamonds, one behind the other. On the back is the place where you can write your little warm wishes to whoever you're sending it to. And then how I am going to send this, and when it comes to you, it'll come in one of these big envelopes, and you'll have to decide if you're giving it to someone or putting it in another envelope like this. But I decorated a bunch of these padded envelopes for other things for winter, just winter greetings for several things I'm sending out to customers and family and friends. And your card will come inside of here so that it will be protected. So that is my goal. It'll easily fit in here. I'll probably put it inside of one of our 6x9 cello bags that we sell in the catalog, because I don't think it'll fit in one of our regular ones. I think the peak's going to be just a little high. It's going to be very close. Let's try it. What the heck? You know, we're here. This is the time for us to try things, right? So you can learn right with me. Oh, it will. It would fit in a regular cello bag. So it'll come inside of a cello bag to you inside of here, but it won't have an envelope for mailing unless you want to try to mail it in the cello bag. So that I will leave up to you, but you'll have to figure out how you're going to mail it. So leave your comments if you'd like to win this. It is an adorable card. I'm not sure who it's going to or what I'm going to do with it, but if I mail it, it will go inside of here. So just a tip, it will take extra postage, so be realistic on that. And that's why I don't make a ton of cards like this. I like cards that mail easily, but I wanted to try this for you guys. It is just a fun design. I will post all of the measurements on how to make this, so you will see those later in the comments today. And I hope you liked it. I do plan to be back here on Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. So mark your calendars to join me if you can. I'm pretty sure I'll be using my bundle bonus, but I'm going to try to use it in a holiday manner. So come and watch for that. And I will be here. Did I say 10:30 a.m.? Yeah, 10:30 a.m. Tuesday. As always, I would love to be your creative coach and your demonstrator. So if you have any questions at all or would like a catalog from me, please reach out to me in the comments in my video or by email at crazystampinglady@gmail.com. I did finalize all of my catalogs to be sent from Stampin' Up, so they will come out to you this month sometime. Watch for those in the mail. If you ordered from me between June 1st and yesterday, actually. So, yeah, watch for those. And still, if you want a catalog, let me know. I won't be able to get it out from Stampin' Up, but I can send you one from me. It just probably will be a little bit later, closer to the new year. So, I love that you guys are here with me. I appreciate you taking some time. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you all soon. Bye-bye.